very brief because we don't have that much money.
Yeah.
And so you don't.
And it's
we
a
don't.
lot of preparation.
It's not. It's
I felt
really
that.
it's really just just a short thing that you do, and then you move on to the next thing, and performing it is what's exciting about it.
And let's make it clear that when we record, it's for the fans. It's for you guys. We do it for you. You know, we play these songs live, but we really feel it's important to, bring something to the table, especially for our really close fans, and then outreaching new people to kind of get, them to come to our live shows. But we're really dedicated to doing that every year. It's pretty much been every year we've tried to do some kind of recording, and it is specifically for you. It's not for our egos.
For
Our
me?
egos it's for you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Our egos are all about the live show, so please, that's why it's the most important to go.
Yeah. Plus, people buy us drinks, which is great.
Yes.
I buy people,
Doesn't
I
have
buy
to
people
be
drinks
expensive.
There it
too,
is.
so it's fun.
That's why you do it.
Yeah.
For the booze.
It's for the.
Well, I definitely
Pika's
see.
like, whatever.
Well, I definitely see that firsthand through Pika. You guys are doing a lot of live shows. I believe you just did one yesterday.
Yes.
As well.
Yes.
You guys are pretty committed to having a full schedule in these trying times going forward, 2020. Do you guys travel together, or is that just too tight of a car with all the?
No, we
all drive separately.
Yeah, we pretty much all drive separate. Well, we ride together, and then, everybody else kind of drives separately. Yep.
If it were really far
kind of
away,
heat do you have
maybe
with each
we
other?
would,
Going
but
with a couple, I don't know, we're just kind of starting and seeing how things go. I mean, who knows? A lot of shows cost money nowadays because everybody's broke, and then so hopefully people will pay money to come see shows. Yesterday was really fun. This was fun, so hopefully it just keeps.
Well, as a band rocking out and kicking ass, I want to ask a point about the booking side of it, because there are a lot of new bands that we've had on the show, new bands watching, and talking to promoters or getting yourself booked. You guys are pretty strong about getting a fair day's worth of pay. How do you balance or calibrate being able to afford this trip versus an opportunity doing it for experience? What factors do you look at, or are you just solidified binary at one or the other?
That's a great question.
oh my
A
god,
little on the rude side.
Take it away, Tiff.
How
Take it
dare
away,
you talk
Tiff.
about money?
Well, booking kind of, once you get out there more and kind of really get into playing shows, I mean, that's a whole nother ballgame when you're first starting. It's like you're doing more things just for experience and whatever, relationships. But now it kind of just takes care of itself, where a lot of the same places are booking you back, and then new places are hearing about you from that. And we mostly get paid from our shows. I mean, aside from today.
Kind of
Mostly get paid from our shows.
kind of a point being is that if you're really committed to what you're doing and you love what you're doing, stick to it, because it eventually will, show you. It'll open doors. And we've been doing this a long time, and I
It's a
know
long
it
time.
may seem like really discouraging. If you're just in it for the money, it's not going to work. What you want to do is you want to be in it for the camaraderie, the music, what you love being on stage, and obviously putting in a lot of work, work that doesn't show you anything, but you don't want to get kicked around too much. You have to be careful about being taken advantage of. But at the same time, if you stick with it long enough, we're not talking 20 years, but a reasonable amount of time, you're going to see the fruits of your labor, and people will start to recognize who you are and remember who your name is. The Rebel Queens, people I've just met, I'll say, oh, I'm in the Rebel Queens. They don't even know me, but they're like, wait, I've heard of you now. So, they know the name. It happens. It gets around the block, so it's important for that.
Yeah, and Tiff
Like
is
that.
Tiff is really good with booking and knowing what we should and shouldn't do, and trying to get us to do stuff.
It's important to have a vision for sure, because you
Yeah.
don't want to just be saying yes to all these
Right.
random things. You have
She
to kind of
doesn't-
have a vision. And
She's not gonna get taken advantage of. Is what what I'm trying to say.
That's important.
A lot of people are trying to well, we don't know you and you're a bunch of whatever and we'll do this. And Tiff's like, no, we're not gonna do that, but thanks anyways. Think of us in the future when you actually want to respect us, but whatever.
That's kind of crazy to think that venues would just still be kind of like nickeling and diming like that.
You'll get lowballed for sure.
Oh yeah.
But you just have to know your worth, and you can kind of gauge it after you have been doing it for a little while. You kind of know what your worth is. So.
I'm sure there's an aspect of it too of being an all-female band.
You hear it all the time, and it gets really freaking old.
What does?
The female band portion of it.
What? We're an all-female band? Oh my gosh.
Not
just
go for
everything that comes with being an all-female band, and
Well,
the comments
it can work for you because it intrigues people. Even though like we're in 2021, it seems really bizarre that it is still so like intriguing and like kind of rare.
A little bit.
Yeah, and like so sometimes it does work a little bit for you because people are kind of interested, but then it's harder to you have to really like win people over, and they kind of pick you apart a lot more than I think they would.
oh yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
basically that you can have multiple male bands, all male bands, and you can be pseudo okay and still get the gig. But if you're a pseudo okay female band, you won't even get close.
Yeah.
So you have to be the top of your game.
Oh gosh, that reminds me. Then one time we almost got to play a show on a bill with Vixen, the band, and then they decided that there was too many females on the lineup.
Really?
So who decided,
Ching.
Vixen or the venue?
No,
booker.
not Vic-
No,
yeah, the
I'm
booker.
sure they have no idea anything
Oh,
about that. But
They would have loved to have us.
but there
I'm
was
sure.
there was like 5 guy bands and Vixen, and then they were maybe gonna have us, and then they're like, oh, that's too many women.
Wow.
So it's just kind of weird things like that. Where it's
I mean,
I don't
like,
like to be
you
negative or
definitely have to
downer,
be like good. If you're like a female musician, you have to be like great.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, you can't be like any
I
other
could go on.
regular person. You can't be a regular person. You have to be like, amazing. Like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, I saw you play. You sounded like a guy. You sounded like a guy. My God, you're so good.
Congratulations.
You need it.
And then what do you say to that? I'm like, you want to say like, why I yada, but you just say, thanks, bud.
I think we're heading in the right direction, though. It's getting better. It still has a long way to go, like lots of things. But I think if women are really committed to being in this industry and doing music, just keep doing your thing. People will appreciate you. As soon as they hear you, if you're good, you're good. Like, people love you.
Yeah, and you just have to keep going too. Like, try not to let that stuff get you down.
Yeah. You got support. We're here.
I suppose that's a big thing is having your bandmates having your back to battle against some of things like that. I know you guys seem to have that, but is there also things you could like sniff out earlier to kind of prevent that? I'm talking like specifically criticisms from a crowd or even a booker per se. They're just trying to book ladies for their show. That could definitely. There's the right way of doing that and the bad way of doing that. Are there things that an aspiring female performer can look out to sniff out? Hey, this is legit versus hey, how do you vibe check something like that?
I don't know. I haven't actually really had issues with that, but I've known a lot of friends that have had issues with like going to like a recording session or something, and then it turns out to be like they're getting like hit on.
Yeah.
Like, wait, I thought this was a writing session, but I don't know if we've just had really good luck or what, but like I haven't run into that. So honestly, I don't really. Maybe I just have this great intuition, and I have never actually had to
I figure it's got to come with reps or something like
figure it
that.
out or what, but.
Some
I
kind.
think also having a group is probably easier if you're a solo person. Like, that's probably a lot scarier because you're just.
I'm sure.
It could be definitely difficult to gauge that early on because you'll be promised a lot of things, And it doesn't even matter if you're a female artist or male artist or whatever kind of artist. People will always promise you things, and it's not until you kind of get into it that you figure things out, what's working, what's not working. But that's part of doing it for a while. You learn when to recognize situations and vibes of certain individuals. It's usually an individual, not even like a venue specifically. It's like who's booking or
Hooking
the
up with other
manager.
musicians too, I think is kind
Yeah.
of part of that. Yeah, like networking with other people.
If you can introduce yourself into a space with somebody who's already playing there, that's a great way of transitioning into being in kind of the family and making sure you're taken care of. So that's one way of doing it. I don't know.
See, which one is me here? I'm the camera guy. There I am. Look at me. Hey, what the heck, Pika? I'm the star of the show here. Wait, are we switching
We're
back?
doing musical chairs.
Well, I
now.
had a well,
Yeah, I like that. That's
well, but before we go, I had one maybe bigger question. Come for me the way I think about it is, I'm a male, or I'm a human, so I'm a hunter, and so I'm like, I'm thinking about, all right, I got to get this music video churned out, or this song, it's already made, music video, churn it out. And then there's also, straight lining, a broader musical goal. Would you guys be able to put in terms of maybe a more broader musical goal you guys are looking at in terms of a long-term thing you're aiming at? Or do you even like view it as like hunting? I'm aiming at this, or is it I'm here just to
We go
enjoy
out
the
and
ride?
gather.
You're a gatherer?
We're gatherers.
She's the manager, so-
Gatherer, remember?
We take opportunities
Remember?
as they
The
come.
first show I ever
Honestly,
played.
that is a good thing, though. Like, I think that's you're just gathering opportunities. You're gathering shows. You're a gathering. You're gathering new fans and new things to push you forward. Yeah, really, I think the ultimate goal is to just play the most fun shows possible. What the heck was that?
She has something to say.
She didn't see nothing.
I got
do you have
something
to
to say.
It's better to burn out than fade away.
wanted to be somebody, and here I am. Sorry, keep going, Tiff. There's a little
We get
kid walking by, and I was like,
Oh my gosh.
whatever.
Only at the
Well, that-
mall.
So I get one last question too, because Pika doesn't book a lot of female talent, so that we're getting a lot of like we're getting a lot of. I got big questions for an aspiring female performer trying to get out here. How does someone get beyond zero? They want to pick up an instrument and play. Did you guys have any certain qualms or needed an extra push to get on stage or play, or was that coming naturally to you? What would your advice be to get going, find a band, or even just start playing?
For me, I'm probably super weird, but I just started singing. I kind of learned how to sing as I was already in the band. So I think a lot of people think you need to do all these things and then you can be in a band or then you can do it. But really, I think you just have to kind of get going just a little bit and then just play out and do open mics or do karaoke or do little things because otherwise you'll just wait forever. I feel like you'll probably never think you're good enough.
It's the Nike
Get out
thing.
of your
Just
head
do it.
and get on the stage.
Just do it.
I definitely think open mics is a really great outlet for when you're starting out, and then you can meet more musicians.
Yeah, networking. Yep.
Networking.
Yep.
Just getting stage practice.
Just do it.
Yeah,
That's
no,
the
it's
thing.
it's literally.
Don't think about it. Just
yeah,
do it.
Just
I
do
was
it.
kidding when I said that. But it's just do it.
Yeah. And I would say, especially from my perspective, play with people who are better than you or who you think are better than you. Because they're going to find, if you have something, they're going to find that in you and they're going to encourage you to bring that out of yourself. And it'll also challenge you. I mean, you never grow if you're playing with people who are just kind of, at your unless you're growing together, at your level or lower. You have to challenge yourself and keep pushing other people you're playing with to do the same thing. Challenge is good. If you feel like you're kind of struggling, if that is empowering you to do better, then you're on the right track. If you're just I give up, then you need to rethink what you're doing, right? Right? Or talk to
Definitely
someone.
want to be the worst player in the band.
Yeah,
It's
and
like
then
when you
you'll
buy
be-
a house, you want to buy the crappiest house on the block.
Right. You probably have the longest. You have the
Because
best
you
So
want
lawn.
that's smart real estate
No,
investing
it is,
right there.
Because you want to have the crappiest house on the block because you want everything else to be.
Buy
you want to be the
unfurnished.
best house on the block because it's going to bring you
Refurbish, refinance, repeat.
You have the most
I'm so
longevity
smart
if
about
you're
that.
the
That's
You are very
lowest
smart.
on the
So
docket. You'll play longer than everyone else because you're trying forever.
Yes.
Well, Rebel Queens, I appreciate you being on the show. I have one last question before you guys go, because this is a new store at the Mall of America. I feel like we're obligated to ask, what's your favorite store at the Mall of America?
The Disney store, eat it.
You hear this,
It's a
Pika?
trick
I
question.
softballed it for him.
Yeah.
Prince
I
Music Company.
Then
I
Prince
think
Music.
we should pick a different store than Prince.
Actually,
Yeah,
Other
we
than
should
Prince?
put over.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to put over our
This
neighbors.
store is pretty
I
cool
mean, I
though. Like so
assume
many
that.
people walked in here and they're
I
like,
mean-
"This is so cool. It's a music store."
Yeah, the
like, they're
location's
very
pretty
I've heard that a lot going
Yeah.
outside.
I would
checking
say though, Games by James is probably,
Yeah.
which I was super excited, is immediately across from you, so you can come
been
check
there
out this store
forever.
and you can go over there. And that store has been there
No,
forever.
I'm a big fan of La Via. They have like rings for like,
Oh, you found out the name.
I think that's the name.
Yeah.
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 That's probably one of my faves. I don't know how can I pick a favorite store?
I know that's hard.
There's so many. It's the Mall
It
of
basically should be
America.
your
That's
favorite
right.
food
Like,
store.
probably
Yeah,
the
like
Word's my
food,
favorite
food
store.
court
Food court's my favorite store.
or any good
Gameworks
bar
is
that
fun. It's
serves,
not really a store, though.
Yeah, Gameworks
Apparently,
is cool.
Stevie's favorite
I like
store is
Lush.
Sabaro. and
Yeah,
she
no
didn't bring
kidding.
us any.
Sbarro.
Rude.
Eat it.
I'll be expecting my cheeseburger gummy from you.
But no, our favorite store is Prince Music Company. And did you hear that snap?
That was a really good snap.
Wait, do the snap.
Did you hear
There you go.
that snap?
Snap it
Did
again.
you hear that snap? I did it again.
That was a pretty good snap.
That was a great snap.
Prince Music Company.
Oh, hey, are you guys interested in
That
making a
counts.
jingle for Prince Music Company? By the way,
Oh my
If you
goodness.
need
yeah,
a
we were just
guitar,
asking-
needing
yes,
a
because
bass,
we'll do it at the same
come to
time.
Prince
We're
Company.
asked to
It's
do
in your
another
face.
Oh my God, you're
Um,
amazing.
You're asked to do another jingle. We'll do them both at the same time.
Oh my gosh.
I was gonna ask you about that. I
Need a
forgot.
guitar, need a bass.
That'd be
We're gonna do
beautiful.
a jingle for
Prince
93
Music
Rex, too.
Company.
We
in your
need it.
face.
We could use
did
both
that.
of those.
Yeah, that I was doing a harmony.
Yes.
to
But
what
do you
were
want
doing.
it to be like
We should
that, or
play-
do you want it
sing
to
it
be
together.
like?
So we're gonna drink in a shot.
It's got to be
Rebel
short and
Queens.
sweet. I'm thinking
It's
short
gotta
and
be
sweet.
catchy.
Okay.
Short and sweet. Like
But do you
we
want
can
it
put it
to
on
be
it.
like this type of thing, or do you want it to
No,
be
wait.
like something?
I don't know.
You know, we'll have to discuss this
Figure
off
it out.
We're
air.
at the Mall of America.
wanna
If
get
only we had the
want-
owner of the company here to like
If
figure this out,
only.
Yeah.
to pass this through. Well, anyways, Rebel Queens, thank you so much for talking to me and performing and bringing a crowd into the Mall of America and bringing good business to Prince Music Company
Thank you for having us.
and the
Yeah,
System
we all bought
Showcase.
stuff.
Thank you for
Yeah,
that.
I bought a
You guys
$90 ukulele for my sister.
Oh my God.
I didn't even get a discount.
No, that was the discount.
You guys, thank you for like,
down and say hi.
Thank you.
you guys, like,
Hi.
well, and in return, like,
There's Rick,
thank
swear
you.
at him.
Okay, I just don't need it.
Pika, tell us what you want.
Here's Rick. Rick, come
And
here.
Rick.
Come on over here. Stand between
Did you know that?
All right.
If
I want-
everybody was
yeah.
reserving the swearing, now we can
I
swear
want
it,
to
Rick.
say thank you for taking me under your wing
Aw.
and bringing me into the band because it's been like a real treat.
Oh, thank
Okay.
you, Pika. We love you.
for coming here and being in our band. We appreciate
Yes, I bought a $90 ukulele.
You rock.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Rebel Queens System Sunday Showcase at the Mall of America. Signing off. As always, trust the system, and I'm gonna figure out how to turn this off. We'll see you next time.
Yeah.